their first playoff win since 1994. But the AFC champs put an end to their magical ride. Get ready for a divisional round rematch in Week 1. It's the Browns and Chiefs, and it's next.
The best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Garden, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our 6th season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage, also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? The Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his 4th season now from Oklahoma.
And while we can quibble a little bit about statistics, to me, Baker Mayfield's coming off his best season yet. 26 touchdown passes, cut way down on his turnovers, and led the Browns to a playoff victory for the first time since 1994. This young man continues to mature as both a passer and a leader.
Running right through it, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. Mayfield. Pass incomplete. The tight end David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Patrick Mahomes now in his 5th season with the Chiefs, ready to bring out this high-powered Kansas City offense for the first time.
Another big year from arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. And while we enjoy his excellence, let's not take it for granted. He threw for over 4,700 yards, second only to Deshaun Watson, 38 touchdown passes, and led the Chiefs back to the Super Bowl while completing a career-high 66% of his passes. He did have a toe injury during the playoffs that hobbled him, and he had off-season surgery to correct that. We expect this guy to continue to be magnificent.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Mahomes. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 24, Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Myles Garrett at him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it. Because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now rather than risk anything, Mayfield here, he's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Mayfield on play action. It's caught by Hooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Frank Clark in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
All day, baby, all day. And they ain't got a chance, cuz. They ain't got a chance.
Kansas City for their second drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And shutting him off now open field. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And when we talk about yards after the catch, you think about speedy little receivers, but Travis Kelsey was 3rd in the NFL in 2020 in that category.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there was absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-3. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And now it's 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Uses the stiff arm. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. I think you can make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you want the final metric on his top speed, and trust me, you do, Next Gen Stats says he hit 22.4 miles an hour. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started, and they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
And unfortunately, in 2020, Odell Beckham tore his ACL in Week 7. The Browns still made the playoffs, but boy, if they had him around, they're thinking about a much deeper run. A good grab there.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the Bengals who were able to pick up the victory at home. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys will love it.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Andrew Billings breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. To try again after the sack, Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mahomes now on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And it'll bring up third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On first down, Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Following the interception, Mayfield swings this out for Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run it again with Chubb. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 61 yards. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now here's Johnson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. It was Troy Hill that time in on the tackle. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down, Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Pass complete to Higgins. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Landry, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. First down, Mayfield. And this is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up second down. Now Chubb running right. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Mayfield now. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter. And now can really take some time off the clock. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down. Defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So this one in the win column for preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real